Greetings. So today I wanted to talk about a very big problem that a lot of people have in their dating life, which is it doesn't work in my city. My city sucks. Dating is shit in my city. It's not possible to have a relationship in my city. It's not possible to find what I'm looking for in my city. And this just comes back to a really big kind of overall macro level thinking, which is you have your current fucking situation and it's entirely up to you how you interpret it. Your agreement with reality defines your life. So what that means is there are certain advantages and certain disadvantages to whatever place you're living at the moment, and you can fucking decide if you're gonna turn it into your advantage or if you're gonna use it as an excuse for your lack of success. And there was this one example of some guy who was writing about how he lives in China at the moment, and it's pretty easy for him to talk to women because in his current city, it's valued as high value to be coming from the place that he's from. I'm trying to not reveal like all of this racial stuff, but let's just say that he's perceived as quite high value because of whatever advantages that he has. However, it's difficult, according to him, to have a relationship because Chinese families, a lot of times, they want their daughter to have a Chinese boyfriend. Just an example, okay? And he says that it's really difficult, it's not possible to have a relationship, but I really like my city, what the fuck should I do? And let's just take this example. So, if you are truly that high value, then for the girl that you're dating, it's not gonna fucking matter. Like, no matter how, okay, there are actually extreme examples to this where families are extremely very traditional and all of this stuff, and it's fine, there's nothing to be judged here. And in that case, just don't be, you will not be just dating those women. So then you might have a smaller pool that you can select from, but with those girls that have families that are okay with this, then you're just golden. Because then it just becomes super easy, which comes back to kind of a quantity issue, because in that case maybe I don't have full data on this, but maybe he just talked to 3 women in the past 2 years, so that's what it can come down to. Another example of this could be if you're in Bali right now. I hear this a lot of fucking times and it pisses me off, which is, oh, everybody knows each other and everyone was fucking with each other and I don't want to be anyone's sloppy seconds, right? And however, a big advantage of Bali is that like everyone who's here has amazing mindsets. Okay, not everyone, but just most of the people has like no limiting beliefs, extremely open-minded, just no judgment, and just very, let's say, spiritually open and very high levels of self-development. Let's put it this way, okay? And this way, if you're here in Bali and you're attracted to these kind of people, then it's going to be extremely easy for you to be relating to others, right? If you have a chat in the sauna of Body Factory with anyone, there's a very high probability that you guys will have very similar values. And another thing with this whole, oh, everybody knows each other, I love it. Like, like going to a nightclub and just knowing everyone. It's really difficult to have a shit night when you know everybody in the venue. Like, did it ever happen to you that you went to some venue, some maybe private event or house party or villa party, whatever, and you just knew 50% of the people, and there was not one moment where there wasn't anyone in your periphery who you knew, and it just meant that you were constantly in conversations, you were constantly in this social flow state, and it's just virtually impossible to have a bad night in that case. So, or you need to be really in a shit mood, really in your head, in which case, you can do stuff about that. Maybe that's for another video, which I actually already made. But yeah, so just coming back to the original point, the fact that everyone knows each other, it's a massive advantage because you can use that to your advantage. You can build a great brand, a great reputation for yourself for being a fun social guy, and that can be, just a massive social proof value add, and you're just going to be viewed as very high value, and you can just go about it this way. However, if you're in Warsaw, let's say, and there's hundreds of thousands of people, maybe over a million, I don't fucking know the population of Warsaw, but if you're in that city and reputation doesn't matter so much, then you can go more hardcore, direct, intense, and if it doesn't matter so much, then you can, let's say, take more risks, and it can pay off. And again, that depends on your style and what your strengths are, and all of this stuff. But as you can see, in every single different location, there are certain advantages to the location and certain disadvantages. There are other places in, let's say, Eastern Europe or that kind of area where you could argue that cold approaching is less known or less accepted, less tolerated. Women are not so used to it, like, oh my god, like you're just talking to me on the street, like what the fuck, like this is so crazy. And this doesn't happen, for example, in America or England. And let's say that you're in this more conservative or traditional kind of location. In this case, for example, having a social circle has disproportionately more value because people are just more used to dating people from their own social circle, which means just fucking build a social circle and you can just be golden. Whereas compared to that, actually social circles can never be a disadvantage, but it can be disproportionately more advantage to you if you live in these certain locations. However, if you live in the US, for example, which is one of my basically favorite places to do game, or this is my favorite kind of one of my favorite places. In that case, you can just go ham, fucking approach a lot of people, be super social, and it can be completely fine. Like a girl will get approached 10 plus times every single day, and it's just gonna be super normal. So it's gonna be less frowned upon, and also there's less limiting beliefs and all of this stuff. I wanted to bring up these examples because there's just so much of this, oh, it doesn't work in my location thing happening, and what you have to understand is you can always turn every single situation to your advantage. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. So make sure to actually leave a fucking comment about where you are right now and what are the pros and the cons. If you're fucking lazy, just text me the city in the comments below, and we can get into a conversation about what can be your massive advantage, your tactical advantage. I've been reading a lot of "Can't Hurt Me" from David Goggins, and there's a lot of army phrases in there. So this can be your tactical advantage. Let me know, comment, subscribe, all of this good stuff, and talk to you guys soon.